Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to us on YouTube and leave us a 5-star review on your podcast apps.
Yes.
When I was a kid, so my dad was like a huge pervert. I knew how to turn on the VCR and watch like a movie, right? Like I was like, I don't know, let's say 3 or 4. But my dad's porno was in the VCR and I clicked play. And then my mom was like, she goes and apparently she sees the TV and it's like 2 people just like banging and stuff. And I'm on my 4s, all 4s going like this, like going back and forth.
You thought you were the girl.
Yeah, I was getting railed though.
My only bet. That's the only.
Hey, Amer, how's it going? Look at you fucking idiot.
You're the idiot.
Oh,
Stop touching me. I feel molested right now. I gotta say, Gabe, I'm very happy to see you. I don't know if I'm happy to see you or I'm happy to see another human.
Yeah.
But, goddamn, man, it's good to talk to another adult.
Well, what happened? Why are you in your house? What's going on?
I'm in Ukraine. I don't know if I told you.
You do look like Zelensky a little bit.
I wanted to wear a green sweater.
Dude, you should. Oh my God, he's a comedian. You're a comedian.
You know what's funny is that so I shaved my head, right?
Yeah.
2 days ago, my fever was kicking. And the light bulb in my washroom burned, so I'm like, okay, I need a light bulb. So I put I put a new light bulb, but it's like more powerful. I'm like, oh, this is good light. I'm gonna cut my hair, and this is the result.
It's not bad. It's all right.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's somewhere between Putin and Zelensky. Yeah.
Yes. I'm every Eastern European girl's wet dream.
How does COVID feel? Is it kicking your ass a little bit?
It sucks, man. It sucks.
Yeah.
You know what sucks even more? It's not catching COVID. It's catching COVID now because no one cares.
Yeah.
No one cares. You're like,
it's not trending anymore. Yeah. You have to catch it when it's like cool.
Yeah.
I feel. And right now it's kind of boring.
I feel like what is that city in the States that has shitty water that no one talks about anymore?
Oh, Flint.
Yeah, I feel like Flint, Michigan. Like, they still have shitty water, but no one talks about them because it's not in the news anymore.
It's kind of boring. Yeah, nobody cares about no one even believes them anymore.
Exactly. No one believes them. I went to the pharmacy. That's the only time I got out to go get some PCR tests. And so I go to the pharmacist, and I'm like, "Do you have any PCR tests?" He's like, "Oh yeah, we have plenty." I had a feeling he's like, "Yeah, take 5 boxes. I don't care. We want to get rid of them. Nobody's using them anymore."
Oh, really? I thought she was being sarcastic. Like,
no.
Yeah.
He's like, we have plenty.
And how many days in? You're like 3 days in?
I started my throat started to tickle. Tinkle or tinkle?
Tinkle.
Tinkle. That's
no,
penis.
Tinkle.
That's penis, right? Yeah, that's your penis tinkles.
Like when you piss, you tinkle. When you get COVID, you tickle.
I just noticed my brain is a bit scattered because I had 3 coffees and 2 Tylenol AM just so I can do this podcast. I'm so happy that the camera doesn't show your feet. This might be my favorite podcast. You son of a bitch!
Suck on my toes, bitch.
No, I can feel it. I can feel it. No.
That's good. That's funny.
Where was I? I forgot what was I talking about.
Oh, you're all like hopped up on medication, huh?
Yeah, just so I can do this podcast. I showered today, dude. I don't. When you had COVID, did you have a fever?
Yeah, I had fever for like 2 days, and then I would have fever kind of at night.
Yeah.
The first day it was such a bad fever, and I was drinking whiskey like an idiot. I shouldn't have been drinking whiskey. And
a very British remedy, like, oh, you're sick, have some hard alcohol.
I know, and when you're sick, you just like you want to feel sorry for yourself a little bit. You're like, I'm sick.
Yeah.
Nobody was giving me sympathy. Everyone was like, get off your horse, you fucking Nancy. Or it was in England, so everybody there is an asshole or whatever, And
that's why you gotta look like Ukrainian. So that's why I shave my head. I look like Ukrainian and I have COVID. I'm combining both sympathies, So people
2 plights.
Exactly. Double plights, baby.
No.
That's crazy. I've been sleeping like 15 hours every day.
That's pretty sick. God damn, I wish I could have done that. They made me
No,
go
man.
like hiking and not hiking, but we went on long walks. I was sweating out COVID. Came out of my ass. You should have seen the
That's
toilet.
nice. That's good. At least it came out. Dude, it's crazy. When you sleep so much, your brain runs out of dreams.
Mm-hmm.
Your brain is like, I don't know what to dream anymore. I swear to God, this is the dream I had. I think it was last night. I don't know. Days don't make any sense for me anymore. I was dreaming that to learn something, you have to touch it. So when you touch something, you learn it. But then every time you touch it, it gets destroyed. So the
Okay.
whole dream was like me touching a cube, learning about cubes, and then the cube gets disintegrated.
Yo, that's
Then,
trippy, man.
then I'm touching a table. Now I know how the table works, but then the table gets disintegrated. Crazy headache. Sweating through like 5 t-shirts. I had like a pile of
gross.
t-shirts. Take
Damn.
off the t-shirt, put on another t-shirt, put on the I can't work in the morning. Fucking it sucks. Sucks.
Oh, so you're not working right now. You're just like sleeping.
I'm doing like an hour a day, and then I'm like I can't work anymore, and then I'm going.
Damn.
Oh yeah, it's serious.
Me and Claire, like on Saturday night, we or I don't know if it was Friday or Saturday, but like we got just kind of drunk, and we watched live cam footage from Ukraine.
Nice.
And we just-
Is it like
and
a
we
mic
just,
free
like-
cams? Is it like
No, but it's like it would show like a video from Kiev, a video from Kharkiv, and then from I don't know, fucking some
yeah.
countryside. And it was and we would just be like drinking and like whatever, doing some shit, and then you just hear, and we're like, woo, like it's brutal. I should have, you know what's funny? Arnie, oh my god. You know what's funny? My bird was laying eggs for 2 weeks now, and he's decided to come out for the first time in 2 weeks. Oh, he's going back in. Aw.
come out of his cage?
You know, he has like a vase he goes in all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, he hangs out in there now.
Is
It's
he
kind
is
of
he
weird.
putting his eggs in the vase?
Yeah, he has eggs in there, and he sits
He's
on them.
hiding them from you, you murderer.
Yeah,
That's all
I eat
he's doing.
eggs. I eat eggs.
Dude, you know what's funny? I've been telling my students that I'm sick. I didn't tell them I had
Okay.
COVID.
Mhm.
So I'm telling them I'm sick.
Yeah.
And then today, like a couple of students saw me with a shaved head, and they're like, "Oh no, teacher Amer has cancer."
That's amazing. That's. And what did you say? You're like, ooh.
No, I googled COVID, like translate it into Chinese, and they're like, yeah, we know that. We know
Yeah, it's like it's so funny. It's like COVID is like put in a filter with like all the other banned Chinese words like Tiananmen Square and fucking just bat general any Batman is not allowed, nothing.
No, man. I don't want to talk about my job anymore. Let's move on.
Yeah, no
Let's
worries.
move on. That's good. Yeah. Honestly, dude, you're gonna have to carry this podcast because I
Oh,
just
really?
sleeping and dreaming about shapes and geometry.
I did the outdoor show yesterday. We did an outdoor comedy show.
Oh, that's
It was
so
pretty.
cool.
It was pretty fun, but
Yeah.
it was so fucking cold, and it was snowing so much, and the people were like, they didn't want to sit down; they just wanted to stand because they're cold. You know, they're shivering, they're going back and forth, and
Like
the
penguins.
whole
They
time,
wanted to be together.
yeah, they wanted to huddle up, right? And they were laughing, whatever, into it. I was on towards the end of the show, right? It was this. So it's this restaurant, Notre Dame de Boeuf. It's this burger restaurant, right? Pretty good burgers, and the whole restaurant was empty and it was warm, but everybody was doing the comedy show outside in the cold,
Yeah.
which didn't make sense. Why didn't they do it in an empty restaurant? Nobody was buying shit because it was too cold to eat a hamburger outside or beer or alcohol, and then the whole place was like empty, nobody in there. It just like everybody was looking like like the stage and the crowd was here, and there was a big window alongside of it, and it was just like the owner, like all warm in there, like he's all, and the chefs
Eating fries.
yeah, and the chef's not doing anything, and everyone's like, "Why is our business doing shit?"
Why
don't
aren't
know.
they? Why didn't they move it inside?
I think they committed or something. They're like, sorry, COVID. Like it's like they probably planned it during COVID, but they kept on getting pushed until like COVID stopped, and they just committed. They're like,
But
"Fuck it,
you
man,
know,
we can't go
you
back."
can have comedy shows indoors. We've done hundreds of them since the. Oh my god, that's the stupidity of the human mind, man.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
do the
but it was
show
cool.
indoors.
It was fun though. I was on stage and I was like, I was like riffing about, because
Yeah.
you can't really do the jokes there because it's like everyone's just not paying attention. I was just making fun of Laval and stuff.
And everyone's dying
pe-
of frostbite.
Yeah, people were so people were in their cars also watching the show, and anytime they would laugh, they would like honk their horn, beep beep beep, and I'm like, yeah, like pointing at it. It was fun, but it was also so cold. I took off my hat because I thought like my hat, I needed like my hair to show because I wanted to look whatever cool. But as I was talking, my head started freezing, and I started slowing down. I couldn't think it was so cold. And dude, I jumped off the stage and I fell like I was like an idiot, man. Anyway,
That's the show I was looking forward to. I don't think I've ever done an outdoor comedy show. I'm like, I wanted to do it. I couldn't wait to do it. Then I'm like, I don't think it would be a good idea. And look, I haven't performed since Saturday, man.
oh yeah,
Oh
Sure.
my god! Saturday, I had a fun show. I did a show for the city in like a big auditorium.
Oh, where?
Pierrefonds, Roxborough, or something.
Okay.
So I was hosting, and I go on stage, and I'm doing some crowd. It was a small crowd in a big room, but they were all huddled together, and I got the energy up. There was like an old couple, like an old Jewish lady. Like, I'm like, oh, how long have you guys been together? She was like, we've been together for 55 years.
Okay.
And everyone was like, oh, applauding. I'm like, well, they haven't spoken in 30 years. And turns out, they're Jewish, so I do my Jewish jokes. They love it.
Okay.
And then I'm talking about dating. I'm like, who here is on Tinder? And she just starts interrupting me. She's like, did you watch the Tinder swindler?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm like, yeah, he's my hero. And she's like, boo! Off the stage. It was like, I'm not.
That's insane. Wait, hold on. Let me do something. Let me just try something right now. Hold on. Wait.
All right. So for people listening, Gabe is drawing something on a piece of paper. What are you? What are you doing, Gabe? I demand to see what you put. No, is it a penis?
It's an air. It's an air bubble. So I have you, dude. Why did you say that, dude? Why are you saying that, man?
Listen, I don't believe
You love Putin. Come
That's
on.
all I'm saying. Okay. COVID is not real. Ukraine is not real. Have you ever been to Ukraine? It does not exist. Okay.
Dude, if I clip this right now with a speech bubble saying "I love Putin," with you being like
I love putain. You know what?
Anyway, that was the gag.
Do you know what's putain?
It's like whore, right? In
Yeah,
French.
exactly. I love putain. I
Isn't
love
it
whores,
like bitch
man.
or
I love putain. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, you love whore.
Dude, I'm so. This is my
I'm
third
trying-
coffee.
Did you watch?
in a row. Woo. Woo.
Damn. Did you watch anything good while being sick?
My dreams. What did I watch? I watched
Okay.
yesterday. I watched Blade. I wanted to watch something, but it's funny, like when you watch old films that you liked and you watch them now, but then you watch them in a modern way, which means you watch like 5 minutes,
Yeah.
then you look on your phone, and then you're like, oh yeah, I'm watching a film, and then you go back to the film. That's like the modern way to watch a film. It's you're not fully you're not fully immersed in the Blade action.
Is this like your continued obsession with vampires also? Like you just love
Non-stop
vampires?
obsession with
Black
Blade-
vampires?
Yes, black people and vampires, my two obsessions combined.
Okay.
Honestly, it's a good film. Blade, the first one, pretty good. For
Yeah.
like in the 90s or 2000s, pretty good. It's pretty good. Yeah.
Blade 2 is great. I remember also loving Blade 2.
I'm going to watch it
The
tonight.
second one, yeah, they jumped up the production, and then there was like all this more CGI crap, but it was good. Oh, it was fucking great. Yeah, what the hell did I do? I don't know.
It's fun to watch films also when you have a fever, because everything becomes more realistic. You're like, whoa, this is crazy. It's really fun. Honestly, a fever is like a slow dose, like a mushroom trip.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Really? Do you actually think that? I've never done mushrooms, so I don't know.
The dream, dude, I'm telling you, crazy dreams. Crazy. I've dreamt of this podcast.
Well, were we talking like we were doing podcasts, or you were dreaming of just a podcast?
No, I'm dreaming of us
like a fictional
recording now,
podcast.
and for some reason, it became a boxing match with a Mexican. Like we recorded,
What?
and then I started boxing. Like it was like I was getting ready for a boxing match, dude. I don't want to see your feet.
Oh, so
Hide the
funny.
feet.
Sorry, dude.
Hide.
So in remember when H1N1
That's
came
SARS,
out?
right? Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
No,
No?
it wasn't SARS. It was swine
Swine
flu.
flu. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So I got swine flu, right? I got swine flu. Wait, can I kiss you? Sorry.
I miss you, man. I really miss you. I really I miss you. I miss comedy. Oh,
Yeah, no, I miss you too.
5
That sounds
shows,
fun.
man. I canceled 5 shows so far. Sorry,
a
go
lot.
ahead. So
Shit.
you got swine flu because you're a pig.
Yeah, I got swine flu. Yeah, because I'm a
It sounded
pig.
mean.
And
Sorry.
it was a pandemic also then, right? It was,
Yeah.
but it wasn't. I don't know. Apparently, as it was the flu, and it wasn't as contagious as COVID. But I got it, and I got it really bad, and I had to go to the hospital. Or my mom was like nervous. She was like, "Oh, you're gonna die if you don't go to the
Yeah.
hospital." So she took me, brought me to the hospital, and they didn't really have any protocols for the pandemic then. You know, it's not as unorganized as it is today. It was like really like they just didn't give a shit, right? So they said, okay, if you think he has swine flu, let's put him in this room. So they put me in an isolated room, and they put me. There's like like shower curtains and
Yeah.
stuff. They had a little tube that had shower curtains all around it, and I just had to sit in a tube with shower curtains, and I was just sitting in like in a bubble.
You were Bubble
for
Boy.
like 5. Yeah, dude, I was Bubble Boy.
Gabriel the Bubble Boy.
It was creepy because like the doctor said, "Oh, we can't we can't examine him unless all the Tylenol is out of his system because he has no fever right now. So we need to see how bad his fever gets." So you have no fever and you feel fine,
Yeah.
right, with all his Tylenol. And I had to wait there for like a few hours. And as the time went on, I started getting like feverish. And like you said, I started like almost hallucinating.
Yeah.
I started like feeling crazy. And I had nothing. So I was just alone. I barely even had a phone. It was like 2007 or whatever. And I was like slowly like melting into like fever Gabriel. I was like, hello,
Fever Gabriel.
bitch.
Like people like, hey, did you do
Yeah.
ayahuasca? No, H1N1. It's crazy.
But yeah, no, it sucks, man. No, I thought H1N1 was way worse than COVID for me,
Yeah?
at least. Yeah, way worse. It was like for a week I was fucked.
Damn, man, it's crazy.
Yeah.
No, it's I'm looking forward to being alive again.
Yeah.
You just feel useless. You just are like, all right, let my body get better. Dude, have you heard how most of the information we're getting about the Ukrainian-Russian thing is all like fake news?
What do you mean?
Like apparently, like we saw like pictures of like, the ghost of Kiev. He was apparently he was like a jet pilot that was killing a bunch of like planes. Apparently that's fake news. That's not true.
Oh, really? It's all like propaganda?
It's all propaganda.
By who? By Ukraine?
Yeah. And then you
What?
heard, and then you heard about like Miss Ukraine. She's like, oh,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
she's
go
got a
fight.
gun or whatever.
Yeah, but apparently it was like a softball, like soft paintball gun.
Oh, yeah, it was fake. Yeah,
it was
airsoft.
fake. And then about like that truck, not the truck that what do you call?
Tank?
Thank you. The tank that squished the car. So apparently he was avoiding bullets. So apparently most of the information we're getting from the Ukraine is like fake news, and apparently they call it fog of war, which means like you don't know what you're getting, you don't know what to trust, and it's interesting.
Hold on, wait a minute. Okay, so
Yeah.
what the hell are you talking about? So
I'm just saying,
is Russia
Putin
even
maybe
that
is a
bad?
good guy. I gotta stop playing with my balls. I gotta remember I'm on camera.
Dude, so when I made this I Love Putin banner,
Yeah, maybe
It
in
was
2
real?
years, this is who's gonna save me by being arrested when Russia comes to Canada, invades
okay,
Canada.
So,
Sorry, the USSR.
So what are you trying to like? So what should I feel right now? Should I feel outrage over what Russia is doing to the Ukraine, or is
Absolutely.
it very ambiguous? Is it very like, well, Ukraine is a bunch of assholes.
No.
Oh well.
Listen, whether they're for sure they're assholes. There's assholes everywhere. My my Jewish friend is Ukrainian, and he told me anti-Semitism is like de rigueur. Like everyone, like there's racism, of course, there's homophobia, of course, but there's still people. So of course you should not support an invasion of a country.
Yeah.
Gabe,
Okay.
of course, do not support for sure. However,
Yeah. wait. However. Okay,
however, it seems that most of the information we're getting is biased. Everything is like fake news. Everything is like with a hint of like, yeah, we'll make it look. Isn't it odd? I was thinking about that. Isn't it odd that no one supports Russia? Like no one is like, yes, we should invade the Like no one is, dude. Even Hitler had Mussolini and a bunch of Japanese guys. Putin has no one. There's like Belarusia.
Yeah, he has Belarus and.
Or it's like that's like 15 people with beards. Like that's not.
Well, it's because they know where the money is and where the fucking real power is. It's not in just Russia. They're like, and they saw everybody was jumping on Russia, being like they're shitty.
Yeah.
And the whole world is like, you're right, they're shitty. And then. I don't know. You know what it is? They're canceling a culture. They went from canceling people for jerking off in a plant to canceling a whole culture. I think he did
more than that, Gabe. He did more than jerk off in a plant.
I'm talking about... you're talking about Weinstein?
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
Also, raped people. I don't think... I don't think that's where people not can. First
you know what's funny? I mixed up Louis C.K. and Jeffrey. What's his name? Not Jeffrey Weinstein. What's his name?
Eric
Weinstein.
That's.
There's too many Weinsteins out there.
Oh yeah. No, man. No. Again, I would like to repeat that it is not a good thing to invade a country. I am against war. It brought me to tears. It's just that. There's so much misinformation. It's very interesting to live war in 2022 because when I was a child, there was no social media, so everything was controlled by like 3-4 channels that were transmitting everything, and every channel was sponsored by like a government faction. So the Hezbollah would say something, and then the Christians would say something, and then the Sunni would say something.
Yeah.
Then I'm watching now, and it's like, oh, it's a meme. Like this guy is pulling this meme, and this guy is pulling this meme. And the president of Ukraine is now like a half a god. He's the new sex symbol of the world.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hey, man, it's working on me, man. Look, this is. I was talking to Quinn about it. Like recently, I was saying like, you know how like in the news a long time ago, it used to be like today in the news, it would be a bunch of shit. Now it's like these arcs rather than just one thing. Now it's like. It's almost like the news is like a TV show that has a season arc. So this is what we're into now.
Yeah.
And it's interesting. It's like Breaking Bad. This season of Breaking Bad is fucking intense. It's awesome or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And now it's like it was the truckers for like a month, and that was a crazy season. Now they're like, we need to like it's sweepstakes season or whatever it's called. We need the ratings, and now it's dude. I was talking to Van Dad yesterday, and he was saying he was watching our podcast, and he said it's like the most. He called it like one of the most R-worded podcasts he's ever, because it's two guys giving their takes on the world.
Yeah,
and we're both like dumb assholes.
That's right.
Holy shit.
Right, baby.
And he's like, he thought it was hilarious, but he's like, Jesus, what the hell are you guys talking about?
If Van Dad thinks we're retarded, we must be doing something right, okay? I don't know if you ever spoke with him. We're longer than 5 minutes. We're on the right track, Gabe, for great success.
Oh,
fantastic.
Hey, it's good.
Of course.
Hey, the podcast is going well despite us being apart. It's pretty good. No? We never need to.
Hey, who is the? I want to give a shout out. I saw this on another podcast, so I want to steal the idea from them. Who gave us a 5-star review on
on Apple.
Apple,
I don't know. No idea.
Something chicken 84.
Yeah, it's like CHK 256.
CHKN. I think it's chicken without the vowels.
Yeah. Oh, was it? Yeah, I don't know who it was.
Maybe it was.
I wonder.
Maybe it was an actual chicken that they're like, yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, they heard about the podcast.
It was an actual chicken.
Breasts, and they're like, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Breasts so big.
Yeah. So let's give that guy a shout out. Thank you for giving us 5 stars.
By the way, we're pretty sure it's a guy. I think there's like 99 guys and one woman who listens to this podcast. So
That's pretty good. The
I'm
men make
assuming.
the money. They go out there and they bring home the bacon and fry it in a pan and listen to our podcast.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Oh my God. How's the outside world?
It's all right. Yeah, it's good.
Have you been outside? Yeah, you've been outside yesterday. Have
Yeah,
you
I've been outside a lot.
shows anywhere?
Yeah, I did Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, tomorrow, and Sunday.
Damn. Bam, bam,
Yeah.
bam, bam, bam.
Yeah, and then Monday, hopefully you're gonna be there for the world's smallest.
Hopefully, I hope so. How
Yeah.
was? I saw the video you posted, man. That was so. Dude, I miss comedy. So I just want to go get on stage.
Yeah. That show was sick. The one, like everything. I was just doing all new jokes, so I recorded a bunch of jokes I'll never do it, like really gross jokes. So I was like,
Nice.
oh, I won't do this one again.
Nice.
About me like pissing on a guy or whatever. I don't know.
That
There
was
was a guy in the audience
Yeah.
that looked exactly like me, and I kept on calling him hot, and I was like, oh, I jerk off, fucking I come in the mirror or whatever. Oh wait, I don't know if I posted that.
Yeah, you
Basically,
did.
like I said, I did
You did,
on
you did.
YouTube, I think.
Yeah,
right?
I've been
Or-
living vicariously through you. That's what I.
Basically, well, just to make it clear, I'll just say it quick. Like, basically, there's a guy in the audience, and he looked like me, and I said, "Oh, you're pretty hot." And then I said, "Well, like that being said, I do jerk off in the mirror, so I can't really say anything." And then I say, "I lick the cum."
Nice.
It's a little gross.
Nice.
Gross. Goddamn gross.
Have you ever jerked off in a mirror for real?
No.
I've never. I've done it once or twice. I'm like, oh, this is.
In the mirror to yourself?
No, not to myself, but like looked at your penis while you're rubbing one out.
Oh, no.
Never.
No. What? No.
No, not like for the full time. Just like
Oh.
like you're jogging. I'm like, oh yeah, there's a mirror. Like, oh, this is what my penis looks like.
I guess so. I probably have noticed like there was a reflection somewhere,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, that's
like
what I'm
off
talking
the
about.
TV or in my dad's
You-
glasses or. So-
In the visor of the bus.
That's fun.
This is so funny. That must be hard to cut off the man breathing in porn because no one wants to hear a man breathe.
Yeah, right.
You want to hear
They
a
must-
woman
Sorry, go
moan. You want to hear a woman moan or a child cry, but you don't want to. Oh, that's disgusting. Or you don't want to hear. I guess porn stars are more in shape than us. They don't breathe that loudly.
Well, like in the 90s, their porn, like the 90s porn with the guy, like you would hear the guy, but he would be like, "Oh yeah." Remember that? They'd be like, "Oh, Sorry.
No, I don't, Gabe.
You don't.
I
Maybe
don't
that
watch
was-
70s porn. What am I? An
Well, in the
aficionado?
90s.
Oh,
Well, because the porn we watch now is from 2007 or whatever, right? That's all the shit we get on the internet. So if back in 2007, we're watching shit from 1992, right?
I think a couple of times I watched, but I don't pay attention to the guys. I'm sorry, Gabe. We're different. I remember
No, but
they were hairy. Like the
Yeah.
men had like chest hair and a big.
not in the 90s. In the 90s, they were like I don't know, like a guy, like the Dolphins or whatever.
Yeah.
They're all like hairless. In the 80s,
Yeah, yeah.
they're pretty hairy. I don't know, whatever.
I don't think I remember porn from the 80s. I remember seeing like what's the name of the guy who had like a really big dick?
Oh, Ron Jeremy.
No. It
Oh,
was before Ron Jeremy. You know big dicks. Come on. Jason Sellin.
yeah, Jason.
No, it would be
Was-
Orange Spiro.
What?
He was an old guy, and he had like a really big dick. He was white, which was uncommon, still is. And he had a really big dick. And I remember like watching one of his films. I'm like, God damn.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea.
That was the
can't-
first big dick I ever saw. I'm like, this is what penis is supposed to look like.
Wow. Damn. Yeah, I don't know. When I was a kid, so my dad was like a huge pervert back in the day, and he had like tons and tons of pornos all around the house. Apparently, growing up.
All around the house?
Yeah, you just have porn, and he would leave
Like
it
a
in
treasure hunt?
Well, it was shitty treasure hunt. It was just all around the house. Like it was
You
just
open
like
the cupboard and like, hey, a penthouse.
it was more like on the coffee table, and then on by the Cheerios or whatever. You know. Like, But so he would also just leave it in the VCR, right?
Wow.
And so I remember my mom. This is my mom told me the story. So when I was a kid, I was like, I knew how to turn on the VCR and watch like a movie, right? Like I was like, I don't know, let's say 3 or 4. I would always have like some, say like Chipmunks or Sesame Street, and I would press play, and the thing would start on the TV. But my dad's porno was in the VCR, and I clicked play, and the porno started playing. And then my mom was like, she was like in the kitchen doing dishes, and usually she said like she can hear me like doing my, like playing or doing something. But she said like all of a sudden she just heard me like nothing. She heard me. I was just very, very, very quiet. And she's like, "Why? What's going on?" And she goes, and apparently she sees the TV, and it's like 2 people just like banging and stuff. And I'm on the ground on my 4s, all 4s going like this, like going back and forth.
Like you thought you were the girl.
Yeah, I was getting railed though.
That's crazy. But your dad didn't care that he had little children in the house?
So she freaked out and told my dad, and he was laughing apparently. He was like, ha ha ha.
He'll do it one day. That's interesting. This list said fair that your dad had to work, or like your parents had to work porn. My parents had to work violent films. So I could watch Rambo, Terminator, whatever, because I'm like, it couldn't be worse than the news in Beirut. So I could watch whatever action movie I want, but if it involved sex, big no.
I wasn't allowed watching porn at 4 years old.
You were forced to watch porn.
I was 4. That's why I'm all twitchy and shit.
Do you remember the first time you watched porn, or the first time you came?
I remember the first time I came. Yeah, I do remember that. That was very traumatic.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
you
tell me.
It was with your dad.
Oh, and my mom.
She was watching. I think I was maybe, I don't know, 13, 14, something like that. I was so when I was young, we had like 1 bedroom for my brother, myself, and my sister, and 1 bedroom for my parents. And we had a TV in the children's room. And back then, I don't know if you remember, but you had like the channels that were scrambled.
Yeah.
So you would like tune into the scrambled channel, and then you would wait, and sometimes you'd have like a good clear shot.
Yeah, it'd be like a titty
penis.
Or whatever. Yeah,
exactly, a titty, or it's skin. I don't know what the hell you were watching, but you're watching skin. And I remember like the curiosity, like, what is this? Because moans, you would hear moans, and you would be like, this is, I don't know why, but I like hearing a woman moan. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
I remember I came and I'm like, this is the worst thing that, like, I'm never doing this again.
Really?
And then 5 minutes later, I did it again.
You came in your pants, or you just like jerked off?
No, it wasn't spontaneous. It wasn't like Jesus being born. It was, I think there was some manual.
Oh, okay.
Manual
labor.
Play.
Yeah.
Manual labor. There was some manual labor.
Yeah.
Child labor, if you think about it. And I remember I was like, this is disgusting. I felt shame. And then I think 5 minutes later, I'm like, I'm gonna do it again.
So that's so mine. So what I would do, I would go in the shower, right, and I would stand. Nice. I would stand, like the tub that goes like this, right? Like so, I would put my feet on both sides of the tub, and I turn the water pressure on really, really hard, and I would make it hit my dick.
Nice. So it didn't involve any other humans. It was just penis stimulation by water. Damn, we're so dumb.
No. So I would watch it on remember the website newgrounds.com?
You would watch it, run to the shower.
Yeah.
You're like, sweetie, I don't know why Gabe is showering 6 times a day. He's not that clean. He still smells.
So
and why is there so much water outside the bath?
This is so horrible. Oh my god. So basic. So I don't know if I ever told you this story, and I hope to God, I hope nobody watches this actually, because this is the most embarrassing thing. I've never really told anybody on a recorded thing, but so I was like, I don't know, I was probably like 16 or 17 or something. And I grew out of that phase, right? I started, but once a month I would do it, just because. Sorry, just on the weekend. Once whenever I had a wild hair up my ass, and so I did it, and I fell that time.
Mom.
I fell, and look. So this is kind of graphic, but I fell. I slipped. My foot slipped like this down the side, and my one side of my foot got caught on the side of the tub, and it kind of folded over on one side, and I couldn't walk, and it was so freaking painful, right? And I was like, I tried going to school. I was like, I couldn't. And so when I came back from school, my mom took me to the hospital because like my foot was swollen huge. And then the doctors asked me like, what happened? How did you break your foot? And I want to be like, well, it was once a month I jerk off in the shower.
Yeah, once a month. That's a lie. Listen, if you at that age, if you enjoy something sexually, there's no self-control. I'm pretty sure you were doing it. The water bill in your apartment must have been in the thousands of dollars. Your mom would be like, "Oh my God, we're gonna have to mortgage the condo again. Why are we spending so much money on hot water?"
Oh my God, I hope nobody ever hears this. But
anyway, so you're at the hospital with your fucked up foot.
And then the doctor was like, "What happened?" And I said, "Well, I woke up in the morning, and I was really excited. I was really excited. So sometimes I made up so many lies. I was like, I stood up on top of my bed, and I jumped out of my bed, and I landed on my remote control for my PlayStation, and I broke. And the guy was like, "No, you did. There's no way." There's no way you broke your foot because we didn't do x-rays yet. So he said there's no way the foot's broken. It's probably just like bruised. Yeah. We did x-rays and it broke. It was broken. And the doctor was like, okay, explain to me what happened again. And I was like, well, I jumped out of my bed and I broke. Yeah. And then he got a bunch of doctors and he told the doctors and they were like, what?
You're in a medical book right now.
So my mom was there. And she's like, oh, my God. So then for every day forever, my mom was like, never leave anything on the floor. You're going to break your foot. And my mom has been telling the story. Every time we have a family get together, she tells the story. And I'm always like, yeah, that's what happened. Yeah. And so she's going to see this.
Watch this.
She's going to. I don't think she's going to watch this.
Maria, he's been jacking off in the shower. This is what your boy has. By the way, how long did it take you to jack off again in the shower the way you do?
Oh, like probably years.
Years. Okay. Yeah. So you went back to like just regular dry, like non-shower related jacking off.
Yeah.
And then like years later, did it affect you mentally?
No. It's just what I did. I don't know why I did it. Dude, this is really fucked up. I can't believe this is on the internet.
This is when I was a young boy. It's funny how kids were such good liars, and we just lie. We're just like, yeah. When I was a young boy, so in Lebanon we had a big table, like a big dining table, and I was young, so I used to hide under the table. I was probably less or 7 to 6 years old, so I used to hide under the table. I would just sit under the table among the chairs, and that would be like my personal space. That would be like my kingdom. I would be under the table. But of course, it's under the table, so it would be very dark. So one day, I brought a candle, and I lit up a candle under the table, under one of the chairs. And so as you can imagine, like a kitchen, like a dining room table, there's cloth, right? And there's like material under. So the cloth caught fire, but it was just smoky a lot, very smoky. And
oh my God.
And I just got out of under the table. And the house was becoming very smoky. And my mom was like, where's the smoke? Where is it coming from? I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, you really don't want to get caught. I know that feeling. Getting caught is the worst.
Cigarettes.
Yeah.
Like, I have no idea. The house was like, I'm like, I have no idea what's going on. Like, maybe somebody smoking a shisha in the living room. I don't know. And then finally, she found a chair that was on fire. I don't remember what happened afterwards. I'm pretty sure it involved me getting my ass beaten, but I just remember the whole house was super smoky and me just denying it. just denying it. I'm like, I have
Oh,
no idea what's.
were you getting beaten for lying or getting beaten for doing the smoke, like the lighting of fire?
I don't know. I don't know if my mom had a separation. I'm like, this is beating for lying, and
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
beating for nearly burning the house. I think it was
Damn.
a combined beating. But I just
Uh,
remember just lying. Like, I don't know. No idea.
it's so funny. I can't imagine. I can't imagine hitting my kid. Like because
You were
because
never hit as a child?
I was fucking hit like a motherfucker, man. Like I was really, but I can't imagine hitting. Like it's the worst. I was terrified.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. There's yeah, for sure. There's scars in us, 100%.
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
think
yeah, yeah.
maybe I'll skip the Tylenol PM tonight just so I can
I relive that. It's like therapy.
relive that and deal with it for sure. But honestly, I get it. I've been with children. I'm like, I want to punch you in the face. I get it, but you control
Yeah,
yourself. But I think our parents, they lived a different life.
yeah,
Like you told me your dad had a crazy life, and
yeah.
I don't imagine you were a rich boy growing up.
No, no, but he never hit us. He never.
Yeah,
It was
my
more.
dad never hit me too. It was like
Uh-huh.
mostly my mom. But I get it, dude.
Yeah,
I get it. We're retarded. I had ADHD. I had
yeah.
crazy energy,
Oh yeah,
running
yeah.
around.
Hmm.
You need to beat a child to what are you gonna do?
Imagine if Hank Hill beat Bobby. How fucking weird would that show be? That boy ain't right, and he just starts fucking hitting him with a rake or whatever.
They pick up the belt. Here's the crazy part. As I grew older, I became harder to catch by my mom. So
Okay.
my mom would ask like the neighbor to come up and beat me. But so it was
No.
like the cousin of it was like a family building, so it was like the cousin of the aunt or whatever. So we were all kind of related.
But how
So
do
it'd be like,
you? They're like, okay, yeah, sure, I'll beat.
hey, he was like 20 years old, living in a country who had no future. He had no
Uh-huh.
future. So imagine first of all, imagine you're 20 years old, you're not getting laid, you have
Yeah.
no future. Imagine all the angst that is built in inside you, and then someone says like, "Hey, you have carte blanche to empty all your anger on that child
Damn.
because he's been a bad boy." Oh, terrible beatings. Terrible beat. I had to wear
Whoa.
like long sleeve shirts to go to school. It's crazy.
Whoa.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh
Damn.
yeah. Yeah, yeah. It's okay. I moved on.
Holy shit. Well, this
That
episode.
got serious all of a sudden.
Yeah, this episode is sponsored by Blue Chew. No.
You know, Blue Chew and Cialis should like Viagra and Cialis should combine and like
Mhm.
put it together and like because like the flag of the Ukraine is yellow and blue and they're
Yeah,
like we support Ukraine and then just combine the pills like
That's
we are
amazing.
for Ukrainian women, we are with you.
I was talking to Yannick, the comedian guy. He does like
Yeah.
he's
Huge,
a cool,
tall, funny guy.
yeah, yeah, yeah. He's a cool dude, and he was telling me he works in porn or something
Yeah.
like that, right? And he was telling me like he's taken both like Cialis and Viagra, and he's telling me the difference between the two. And he said like Viagra makes your dick hard like a rock, but Cialis makes it feel like there's a pull coming from inside your body out. So it's from the base in pushing out, but Viagra makes your dick all the way hard. But think of like think like imagine like my sock.
No,
So-
no more feet, no more socks, bro.
Imagine like let's say like I had a puppet or whatever, like
Okay.
and something is instead of it being filled out, it feels like there's something a pole going right through it all the way through. So
I don't
yeah.
want to imagine a pole going through my cock, bro. I don't want to imagine that. That is the weirdest. That's the metaphor from a guy who works in porn.
Yeah.
Imagine a pole, put up your penis. I tried Viagra, it didn't do anything on me.
Oh really?
No, I tried Cialis. Cialis, fucking. I'm like, Jesus, that's.
Oh really?
Oh my God, I felt 16 again. I'm like, Mommy, can you
Damn.
beat me? That's crazy. Yeah, no, yeah, that's. But Viagra didn't. No. Have you ever tried any of those?
No,
You should try it. It's fun. Make it a
Yeah?
weekend. Like, hey, sweetheart,
Oh wow. Yeah, I
This
gotta.
weekend, I'm giving you the business.
I don't know. Where should I? I don't even know. Maybe if we ever get like a sponsorship with Al, I would get free ones. But who the hell knows? I feel like Blue Chew's the first sponsor to reach out to every single podcast.
I think it's gonna be Blue Chew and whatever body shaving equipment.
Yeah.
we are,
Yeah.
we're both hairy men. It's gonna be either like get your dick hard if you're in your like if you're over 35 and your dick can't works. Blue Chew and body and eventually drugs. We're gonna move on to drugs for sure, or booze.
Yeah.
It's probably gonna be booze because you're a boozer.
Yeah. I haven't drank in.
You drank Saturday. You told me with your wife.
Yeah, that's a long time ago.
Yeah, ages ago.
Yeah, 4 or 5 days.
Oh my god. I'm thinking what should be the first thing I'll do once I'm free. Like I want to celebrate the end of this COVID war that I'm going through. What should be the first thing I should do?
Are you gonna eat something? Are you gonna what do people do to celebrate? I don't know. They just fucking they scream. I don't know. They eat food.
Yeah, maybe I should go to a restaurant. Maybe that's what I'll do.
What, tabbouleh or whatever it was called? That's that.
Yeah, listen. The what's the word again? The you have towards Arabic food. Bothers me more than you have towards flowers.
Oh, really? Even more?
It bothers me the fact that you don't like Lebanese food, the best food in the world.
Is it? It's like eating a lemon in your eyeballs.
I want to punch my laptop right now. It's so much.
Really? It's like, hey, this is a great meat. This is amazing. Hey, what is it? It's raw meat with olive oil on it. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. First of all, by the way, French people have that too. It's called steak tartare.
Yeah, the French.
You retard.
No, I'm joking. No, it was good.
It's funny. I forgot about this. You know when you have a fever, your whole body has like not spasm, but like what do you call it? Pain.
Oh, okay. Yeah, soreness or whatever.
Sores, exactly. So it's I don't work out, so it feels like I feel like, oh man, did I have a workout? No, I just slept 15 hours. It's just, all those fevers, like I feel like I'm in shape now.
That's cool. How do you feel? Are you ever gonna go to the gym? You ever start going to the gym? You live pretty close to a gym.
I do.
You live Econo Fitness on Saint Denis in Rosemont, I think.
Saint Laurent.
No, Saint Denis.
Saint Denis and Rosemont. Okay, yeah. It's a bit far. There's one closer, yeah. Is that where you work out?
Mm-hmm. I started today.
Yeah. How did that feel? By the way, do you have to wear your mask or?
Nobody was wearing it.
Okay.
Yeah. If you're on the machine, you don't need to wear it. And people are walking around not wearing it. Nobody cares. Yeah. It was all right. Whatever. Well, we woke up early. We felt like an old. I felt like an old bastard waking up, being like, I gotta work out before work, and then I worked, and it was all right. Whatever, man. It's just a fucking gym. And it's funny. Yeah. Everybody, it says like people say it relaxes them. I left the gym angry. I was all like fucking angry, and I was in a bad mood, and like there's this guy. Because
it's the first time you have testosterone in your body in like 6 months.
It's true. Yeah. And I was all it was all right. It was good. I would rather like not do that, but whatever. It's a good thing to do. Like good.
What do you do? Cardio?
I did like 10 minutes of I did 10 minutes of cardio, and I did like 40 minutes of weightlifting, and then I did 10 minutes of cardio at the end.
Okay, that's good. I always, like I told you, I enjoyed boxing, so I might go back to boxing. It's just that the classes are during comedy, so I have to find a way to get both. That would be cool. You should come with me. We should take private classes. You, me,
I don't want to get hit, though. I really don't want to get hit. I've seen what happens.
But I want to hit you.
You do?
Tell me again what you think of flowers,
That would be a good video, though, if we did like a month of like boxing lessons, and we had like a little sparring match, and then
fuck you up,
you fuck me up. You fuck out. Oh Jesus. Oh god. See now, I'm not gonna do it.
I would never do it. I don't want. First of all, concussions scare the hell out of me.
Yeah.
I never really had like a fight. I did some
Mhm.
light sparring, but even that would give me like crazy headaches, and I would slur my words when I get on
Yeah.
stage. Like I would go to
Jeez.
boxing, and then I would go do smallest open mic, and I would slur my words worse than Vance, who was high off like 15 joints. So I'm like, I can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
It's not a good idea. But that the exercise, the training is fantastic. The training for it is fantastic.
Yeah.
And I think it would be really funny. We should do it. I'm pretty sure if I spoke with my trainer, he would take us both, and it would just be the two of us.
You think your trainer would be like, yeah, let's have a let's have two amateurs kick each other's asses here. I don't care.
No, I don't want to fight you, Gabe. I'll never fight you
Okay.
ever. But like training, I think would be funny to film you like hit the
Yeah.
bag, and then to film me hit the bag, and then
Yeah, that'd
film
be
an
that'd be
actual
fun.
boxer
would-
hit the bag. Dude, it's
Yeah.
crazy. I went to see his months ago. That was like a couple of years ago. So he was my trainer. He was like the
Mhm.
Golden Gloves champion in Quebec or whatever.
Okay.
And then he had his first professional fight. I went to see it. It was in a city in Ontario, and I was dating a girl. So we went there, and I had my other coach sitting next to me, and it was the first time that I saw a fight live.
Damn.
So imagine sitting in an arena. It was literally
Yeah.
an arena with a boxing ring in the center, and we had like
Mhm.
pretty good seats. So we're sitting in the front, and you're watching two people beat the fuck out of each other, and so you're watching other people fight. And like, oh, this is interesting. You know, you're trying to relate what you learned with what
Yeah.
they're doing, just so you can understand a bit the language.
Uh-huh.
And then my coach started fighting, and I was seeing someone I know, someone I respect.
Yeah, you
someone-
get
like,
you feel for them.
dude, I was having anxiety. Like I
Yeah.
remember I looked at my coach. I'm like, dude, I don't know if I can watch it. He's like, I know, bro. Like he was like a junior Olympic. My other
Oh, wow.
my other coach. So he's been through hundreds of fights. Like he knows the
Oh,
feeling. He's like, yeah, it's normal, man. You're feeling what they're feeling. And then he got punched, and then he fell on the floor. And I'm like, oh, dude, it was so weird. And I was dating this girl back then, and she's like, yo, these guys are really hot. I'm like, I'm sitting right here.
Ah, these guys are really hot. Fuck,
They were fucking boxers have amazing bodies,
Yeah.
man. It's crazy. I never attained any of those physiques, but
It's
amazing.
hard, huh?
bodies. Oh,
My buddy was like an MMA guy. He still is. He's still really good. He fights
Yeah.
he fights for out of TriStar, right?
yeah,
And
that's where that's what I learned boxing.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And so I went to see he had a fight at Club Soda. They turned into a little like kind of MMA arena thingy. And he was going I had the same feeling. I was freaking out, right? And but this other guy he was fighting flew from like British Columbia. So he flew on a fucking airplane 5 hours, and he landed, and he's there, and then they're like talking about his story. He's here fighting for his son's liver or whatever. It's like this whole story, this video of him crying, being like, I'm fighting for my wife or shit. And my friend is just a fucking shithead Greek guy. He didn't even have a video. He was just like, yeah, I'm here.
Like, hello, I am here to fight.
And then my friend just kicks his ass in like a minute or whatever. and then he has to go home, fly home, and then he's never gonna fight again probably because he lost.
What's funny is that like so when I went to see it was like 5-6 boxing matches, okay, and it was like a bunch of guys from Canada, and versus yes, a bunch of guys from Canada. One of them is my coach versus like 7 Mexicans.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not gonna say it was racist, but it was kind of racist because it was like white, black guy, white, all Canadian, just beating the fuck out of
Holy
like,
shit.
Mexicans. And some of them, you would see they're doing it only for the money. That's what my other coach explained to me. They're like, yeah, these guys, they're I forgot the word, but like they're not road warriors. That's for comedians, but they're just it's for the pay. They just go there, they get beaten up, and that's it. They would just stand there and then get punches, and you're like, fight back.
Damn.
Kneel, do something. It was, whew, yeah, but
Wow.
it's very interesting to watch live. I would recommend it to anyone, man. If anyone wants to sponsor us, wants to give us tickets to go watch a boxing match,
Yeah, dude.
it's interesting. Good tickets too. Oh,
God.
fantastic!
Hope
I told
get
you,
there.
right? I'm still watching Street Beefs.
Oh, you still watching Street Beefs?
Dude, Street Beefs under a fever is like Street Beefs times 1.25. It is fantastic. Except I think I told you that already, but like I was watching 2 huge black guys fight, and I felt like in Django. You know, like when I felt
Yeah,
racist.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, it's bad. You watch it now, you're like, oh
You're like
man.
they're both paid, getting paid maybe $50 each, and I'm
Yeah,
like, I feel bad. Like I think I can only watch two black guys fight if they're getting thousands of dollars each. So I don't
yeah.
feel like you know that scene in Django Unchained when you have like
The
the slave
Mandingos.
masters watching two friends fight to the
Yeah.
death.
You'd think that they would turn to each other and then just like be like, let's kick everyone's asses around us instead. And they start
Yeah,
just beating the shit out of the referee or whatever.
that is I think what you're saying, Gabe, is what I like to call white thinking,
White
because
thinking.
yeah,
Okay.
because you can't put yourself in the shoes of a well, they probably don't have shoes of a slave. When
Okay.
you're a slave. You understand? You don't own your life.
I was talking about the guys from Street Beefs.
Ah, okay. I think the street beef they have dreams. That's why they're hoping.
Oh, really? They have.
Well, yeah,
Okay.
I'm
I
pretty
didn't.
sure. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure. You know, everyone. It's like the open mic of fighting.
Oh.
You
Okay.
know, you go do these shows in front of like three people, and then eventually you start doing professional shows. Street beefs is like the beginning. It's like an open mic. You go there, you get beat up by another guy in front of like three goats and a dog, and like five people watching, and eventually you move on to the UFC or some
This.
professional
I
MMA.
don't think there's no correlation between the two. I don't think one like. Do you think
Of
it? They
course,
go. They all just get fucking injuries. Like they all like they fall
yeah,
down not on a nice mat, but like on broken glass and
yeah. Listen, we've done shitty open mics that are very
yeah,
similar
yeah.
to
Sure,
these
goats.
places, except that it's not our bodies getting bruised, it's our ego. That's
Mm-hmm.
why how many comics did we start with that you don't see anymore? They just it's
Mm-hmm.
so painful, they
Yeah,
just gave up and they move
yeah. They
on.
had
It's the
to.
same thing. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you no one's gonna pay you at the beginning to watch
Yeah.
your comedy. It's the same thing with the street beefs. Another like white thinking. I was speaking with my friend. I have a friend. He's white, and we were discussing the what's happening in the Russia and Ukraine. And he
Mm-hmm.
said, "Oh, if I was in, I want your opinion on this." He said, "If I was in Ukraine, I would just leave." Like he doesn't be like I don't think patriotism is a good idea. I would just like pack my stuff and go. You know, and I'm like, I don't. That's that's privileged thinking. I don't want to
Yeah.
use woke term, but it is. It's privileged
I
thinking.
I think you're right actually, because like let's say war broke out in Canada, we're so disconnected from our country, right? We don't care about our leader. We don't care. Like I don't think like imagine unless Trudeau all of a sudden was like he grew a pair of dick and balls and was like, we need to start building Molotov cocktails. We'd be like, yo, what happened to Trudeau? He's fucking sexy now, man. And then we'd like stick around. But no, people are coming back. 80,000 people came back to Ukraine to fight for Ukraine, which is, I don't know if that's the fog of war thing you mentioned, but like,
Who knows?
yeah,
Who knows? Maybe it's the metaverse. They're fighting
yeah.
in the Ukrainian metaverse. I have no idea.
But also, where would you go, right? Like, where the hell,
Exactly.
like,
Well, that's the thing.
Ukrainians, yeah,
That's the thing. My friend think he can just jump in his Jetta and
yeah,
just like, hey, let's. No, it's not that easy. He's like, yeah, but
yeah,
your parents left. I'm like, yes, I agree. My parents left the war, but 90% of the people did not. We got lucky that we got to leave the war. They didn't. They weren't lucky. So they're not fighting because of patriotism. I think a lot of people in the first world really think that like third world countries or second world countries are patriotic. No, they just have nothing else. They
yeah.
just have their stupid homes and their stupid kids, and they just want to hope no one takes any of them
Yeah.
away.
And to look down at somebody for fighting for something is kind of crazy. Like
He's
to
not looking down at it. He's just like, I wouldn't
he's like
do it.
he's like, you fucking idiots. Why do you no, he didn't say what did he say? I don't
He's
know.
like, yeah, fuck him. Long live Putin. That's what my friend thinks. That's it. Bring it back. Bring the paper
I
back.
can't it fell down.
No, it's interesting. It's interesting to view war from the eyes of an outsider. You know,
Yeah.
like from a guy who never lived war. You never lived war. No, you were born here. No,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
have no idea. Maybe your parents.
Love is a battlefield, man.
Love is a battlefield. I think we got the name of the podcast.
Yeah, not bad. Okay, that's
Love is a
interesting.
battlefield.
Love is a battlefield. Nice.
All right, man.
Yeah.
That was good.
Good podcast. Pretty good.
I'm gonna miss you. I don't want to go.
Sorry, bye. No. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. Please subscribe to us on YouTube and leave us a
Yes.
5-star review. And thank you so much. And keep on rocking the free world.